Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've had a lot of feedback, different people about just marriage and life in general. Um, so we're going to try to do this video, and we're going to start doing several. So she doesn't know any of the questions I'm going to ask her, and I don't know any of the questions she's going to ask me, if there are any. Um, so we're going to do this on our Iris and Vine uh, platforms. So she's Irish. I'm fine. No, but we are Irish and Vine. So I figured that was a good thing for both of us to do because you look at Irish and Vine. This is it. There's nothing extra. This is all you get. I do the t-shirts. She does the clothing. So that's where it's at. Um, but anyway, I figured that was a good place for us to be together. Because we don't necessarily have all the same social media and all that, and this is a good uh, thing for both of us. So, my first question: You have, for those of you that don't know, she left her job to full time homeschool our daughter and to spend time with family and to run Iris and Vine because Iris and Vine is not our main source of income or really any income, but we're working on it. But it's our calling, and so she has been obedient, and it's been a week and a half.
Mhm.
So how was this week and a half?
It's been very interesting trying to find a new normal. Like what is my daily schedule going to be? Like what am I going to do today to help build the business? What am I going to do today to be with Abby? Like it's just been a very interesting week. It's very interesting.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
good. I was
Yeah.
I was curious. I mean, I've talked to you,
Yeah.
obviously,
It's been interesting.
but anyway, we just got home from church, and it was they're doing a thing on Wednesday nights for the month of August where it's different programs, but it's basically just getting people together. Um, because really small groups is where it's at in church, and so this is trying to get people to know each other, and instead of in the corporate worship setting, and it was really nice.
It's very nice.
And one of the requirements tonight, well, requirements, suggestions, whatever you want to call it, is they had all these tables set up, and they said try to find a table where you didn't know anybody. And you know, glory be to God, it was a little difficult, definitely more difficult than it has been in years past.
Yes.
So that just shows how God's been moving in our life as far as being more involved with church, small groups, just getting to know people. And it's crazy to see different people at different tables and to know them in so many different settings because we started at one Wednesday night class and met several people, went to another Wednesday night class, met several people, went to Awana, met several people, and with our Sunday school, I mean, it's been a blessing,
Mm-hmm.
and we had good discussions at our table tonight, and it was nice. It was it when you hopefully you can get to a point in your church life where you walk in and it just feels like home. It feels like you're with family, and that's the way it should. You shouldn't feel judged or uncomfortable
Mm-hmm.
or whatever it is. And if you do, then reach out to us. Come to our church.
Or find we went through several small groups. We had over 17 years. We've probably tried serving in four different areas, um,
Off and on,
off
not
and
not
on, not
consistently.
consistently. We tried a few different Sunday school classes, and it was 3 years ago that we started making it a real priority. And we did love our Wednesday night class, and
We
we
did.
tried one Sunday school that was fine. It just wasn't our
It
group.
wasn't. Yeah.
And then we found the Sunday school class that we're in now, and it feels like family. And
Mm-hmm.
there's just something so special and encouraging to spend time with people that you can just be open and real. It's not fake. It's not pretending like your life is perfect,
Mm.
or pretending like we're perfect Christians. We're all in different stages of our walk with God. We're all in different stages of life, and we can be real with each other and get encouragement and accountability. And I mean, it's like family.
Yeah,
And
and that's the way it should be. You know,
yeah.
like she said, we've been there 17 years, and you know, for a long time, we were the back row Baptist. We were, you know, just sliding in, sliding out, not really talking to anybody. We tried a couple times to get plugged in, and we did, you know, different services, different activities, but you know, it wasn't the church's fault. It was ours. It was our decision. And until we made it a priority, things didn't change in our life. And you know, we were chasing things in our life, and when we'd get something that we thought would bring us happiness, well, guess what? It didn't. And so we're chasing the next thing. And after a while, we ran out of things to chase, and we still weren't happy. And it was like, okay, well, what's going on here? And so then, you know, that's when God placed it on our hearts to where we needed to be.
Yep.
And it's been glorious. It's been wonderful. And you know, I know I'm very thankful for the changes in our marriage, in our life. Just, you know, it's been great. One thing that we do is Jumpstart Prison Ministry, and it's based on purpose driven life. So if you've read that book, it's a good book for your personal development. But man, it changed our marriage so much, and it continues to, because we still do the, you know, we lead the program. But man, it's been outstanding just to see the changes in you, and you know, just our relationship, you know. And we're not perfect, don't get me wrong, we are far from perfect, especially her. No,
I knew you were going to. I was waiting. Purpose driven life is a great guide for finding your purpose, but also for just really, I think what it did for me the first time, because we did it one time and we restarted it a few weeks ago, but I think what it helped me with last year was humbling myself to see how I could serve others. There's really a lot of joy and just gratification in serving other people. And just when it's not about me, and we say this all the time, that's the first line of the first chapter, it's not about me. I apply that every day to so much of my life.
mm,
But you know, this is a huge world. Not everything revolves around me.
yeah,
And when you can humble yourself, and again, I'm not perfect. I have my many, many moments, but you know, there are times I have to stop and just tell myself, this is not about me. And when you can humble yourself and just remove yourself from the situation, it is just something that really will ground you and center you and kind of give you a moment to get some perspective, maybe.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's a great tool. I think it really
It is.
did change my life over the 40 weeks that we read it, and I always love a jumpstart plug, prison
Yeah,
ministry plug. It's
because I mean, you know, it's I don't have a shirt on, but it's transforming lives from the inside out. And you know, it's kind of a spin because it's a prison ministry, so it's transforming lives on the inside, and then when they get out, it's but it has transformed our lives from the inside out. But you know, it's helped our marriage, because I mean, you know, marriage is, it takes work. It's
mm-hmm.
not just easy. I mean, and don't get me wrong, again, we're not perfect people. We don't have a perfect marriage. And you know, even going back to our church, no church is perfect because it has people.
I was going to circle back to the church thing. Actually, I was literally just thinking that we love our church. I love our pastor. We've loved that church through every season of our life, and it's not about finding a perfect church. It's full of imperfect people, as it should be. And if you're looking for a perfect church, then
You're going
you're
to be
going to be
disappointed.
disappointed. I hear a lot of people say they don't believe in corporate worship because you can, you know, worship on your own. There are so many different things that you can say about finding a good church, but we are called to worship as a community. You need a community to
There's so many good things.
So many good things. You
Just
need accountability, you need
fellowship.
relationship, you need fellowship. And, obviously we love our church and would love for any of our friends to be there with us, but it's not for everybody. So find a church, find a
Yes.
biblically accurate church.
Yeah, because you can find a church that will make you feel comfortable, but they won't be preaching the Bible. So just
find a church that follows the Bible. Find a church where you can find a group that can support you, love you, hold you accountable, encourage you. There's so many different things that a church provides.
It is.
And we go to a very large church, and we did get lost for years because we wanted to. And when we decided that we needed a community and we found groups that we were comfortable with, that was when we really started to grow. And grow closer in our walk with God, grow closer with the groups in church,
and do things together.
Yes,
together. Like, it's nice to be in groups with her. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are times for women's groups and men's groups because, there's just certain things that you can only do in those groups, you can't do as couples.
Yes.
So they're important also, but it's important. And plus we get to spend time together. We get to see each other grow. It's just, it's been a blessing to say the least. And that is what has really helped our marriage, is just, it's not about me. It's all about God and his purpose in our lives. And we're just open to it. We're just along for the ride, hoping we don't get in the way too bad.
Yeah.
But no, we've, like I say, we've had people reach out to us and ask us, and maybe this is something that we start doing. If you follow me, I've been crazy with some videos anyway. So, but we do the videos together, and it seemed like a good place to do it was for Iris and Vine, because that is a passion of ours, and it was a big catalyst in our life too, because God called us to start Iris and Vine, and every step of the way, we had no idea what it was going to turn into as far as the ministry that it was going to have, the ministry effect that it was going to have. And every step of the way, God would place something on my heart, and I would be hesitant to tell her, and then she'd say the same thing, or she would have something and she'd come to me, and it was like God was working on both of us separately, but together. It was a beautiful thing. And
because we didn't know that this was a God calling. It was an idea that I had on a evening sitting and working from home, and I thought, I can do that. This is something I can do. It would be fun. And then we started talking about it, and the more we talked about it, it was like, well, what if we did this? Well, I was thinking the same thing. Or what if we did? And the more we talked about it, the more we realized that we were being called into something that was bigger than starting a women's clothing boutique.
Yeah, because it's not now. I mean, this is one of the shirts, but I've had no idea about shirts. I definitely didn't have any idea about doing videos, and I've really been out of my comfort zone. And just to be able to do these videos and to lead groups is a testament to God working in our lives and his presence, because if you see my other videos, this is not me. This is, and definitely not her.
No.
So just to do this is something. And glory be to God. Just thank him for everything. It's amazing. And again, we're just along for the ride.
Yep.
But that's all we got for today. See you later.